Hello and welcome to my Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies High Maintenance Easter Egg Strategy for Maxis. Now I'm ever so sorry this video took 5 months to be uploaded compared to my previous strategies. However, I finally found a team that wanted to do the Easter egg, so I hooked them up, we got it done. Hurrah! And so, let me show you the Easter egg. And before I begin, I will let you know there are a few replays from my previous Easter egg from Richtofen, because they're the same thing, so I thought why not repeat it, because it's easier. What you're going to need is you're going to need 4 players and enough money in the bank. Probably around 15,000 will be enough. So what you're going to need for the first step is to build the Navcard in Die-Rise. The parts are located all across the top area of the map where the tower is located. What you are going to need is the transit Navcard in order to insert this, in order for this to work. Now, I highly recommend you do this in a separate game, so don't withdraw any money from the bank. Just get upstairs, build the Navcard table, and then quit the game. The reason for this is basically just to make sure that your team has actually got this, because sometimes your team might not have the Navcard built and everything just all mucks up. So if you know your team has built it, it'll be fine. Oh, dandy. So all the parts are located in the video, as you can see. And once you've built it, you will insert your transit Navcard, and then you should move on to the next step. Right. Step 2 is you're going to turn on the power, and once you do, Dr. Richtofen will speak to Samuel like so.
Vital energy flows for my power to manipulate these forces is fragile and limited. That is why
Now what we want to do for step 3 is to withdraw between around 15,000 to 25,000. That's made to open doors, buy perks and whatnot, because you are going to need Juggernaut mainly, and maybe Who's Who depending on who you are, and sometimes you can muck up, which is where Who's Who does come in very handy. So you need to buy these perks, you need to buy all the doors, and this shall dramatically help you through the upcoming events. So what you're going to do now is build the trample steam. Now the trample steam, I'm probably sure you all know what the trample steam is by now. So what I've done is I've shown you all the friends building it. So basically, this is how it's going to work. Sometimes you can go the elevators, but sometimes you can jump down. This makes life even more easier, considering the fact that you don't have to waste time. You want to get the achievement over and done with. So what you want to do after that is you want to activate the elevator symbols. Now these symbols have to all be stood on at the same time. There are 4 of them, and I'm showing you all their locations and where you will see these elevators in every different spot. Just to clarify, I am showing you from the longest elevator down to the shortest one, considering some elevators are longer, so you can stand on them for a much more period of time. Some of you can, all of you stand on it, but some of them are quite short, so you'll have to quickly get off before you get crushed to death. That is relatively simple. Now I will say this did take a few tries, considering we all had to keep coming off at some point. Now the way to make your life even more easier to do this is all of you have keys, and then you all activate the keys at either the bottom or the top. I recommend the top, as that is way more easier for everyone. And once that has gone down to the top, you'll then, or if you got the keys that is, you'll then all stand on them. And then you'll hear a quote from Dr. Richtofen like so.
Yes! The energy fields are growing! Further manipulation is needed before they achieve control.
Step number 6 is to activate the additional symbols. Now these symbols are scattered across the map, but they don't need to be stood on at the same time. Instead, what you need to do is try and find their order. Now their order will change every game, so they do kind of you do have to try and find which one is which. So if yours lights up first, that means yours is first. Then if someone else stood on theirs and it does not glow up, the first players will go back dim, and you'll have to stand on it again to try and find who is second. This is relatively simple because it's only through trial and error, not through standing on blooming elevators. But if yours lights up, Richtofen will count which step order yours is in German. The parts, should I say, the symbols are located as shown in the video, and you will hear a tiny quote from Dr. Richtofen, but here are a much larger quote from Dr. Maxis, which I don't like him so much. But I'll show you what he says.
Eins, zwei, drei.
Excellent. The fields are changing, transforming, flowing. You're on the right path.
Now, for step number 7, you want to retrieve the SVU, either from the wall or from the weapon locker, and you're going to basically shoot these balls or orbs out of the dragon's mouth, and they will reappear at the spawn room over here. And then what you're going to do for your next step, for step number 8, you've got to collect the orbs. Now, Misty and Morrison can only collect these orbs. Any other character collects them, they will occur in a glitch, and you cannot continue on with the Easter egg. So just keep that in mind. And for step number 9, all you need to do is kill multiple zombies in the Buddha room. And you'll know when you complete this because Maxis will say reincarnation is key. For step number 10, you need to retrieve the ballistic knife and pack-a-punch it, and then you need to shoot it in the Buddha room. So basically what you have to do is, with the points that you've collected, only Misty and Marlton can collect the ballistic knife, and what they're going to do is they're going to collect the ballistic knife, pack-a-punch it, and then shoot it at a Buddha in the Buddha room. And you'll know, and after that you'll hear a quote from Dr. Maxis like so.
You see, the energy of their broken souls has been released. The energy fields remain in flux. Matter must be transformed before it can be contained. The spire must be energized with fire and light. Create a field with which to bind it.
For step number 11, you need to place your trample steams and the orbs on the line symbols. Now there are 4 scattered across the map, 2 on the where the tower is, and 2 just by the spawn. What you're going to do is you're going to place your trample steams on here. You will know that you've completed it because you'll hear Maxis speak. Obviously, if you're on where the tower side is, you won't be able to hear him quite clearly, but you'll know it's done because you can still slightly hear that, that annoying sounds of his. But anyways, if Misty and Marlton, when Misty and Marlton place their trample steams, what's going to happen is you'll have an option to place the ball or the orb. In which case you're going to press that, and the ball will fling back and forth between the spire, and you cannot destroy the trample steams, although it might occur in another glitch. So if anything, if I was you, I'd keep a zombie far away as possible until you've completed that step.
Stand, charge in hand. Only then does the spire be ours.
For step number 12, you need to find the Mahjong tiles in order to find the correct order. Now, these are the wind tiles, which explain which is which, so you can either find north, east, south, and west. And on the right hand side now, you can see the bamboo tiles, which indicate whether it's first, second, third, or fourth. Now, the easiest way to decode this, if, for example, you have a black north. So if north is black, that means you know that, and then you find a black first bamboo, you know that north is the first post to be galvanized. And then if you find a green west and then you find a green bamboo 2, that means you know that the west has to be hit second. And that's how you continue on. I mean, you could, if you really wanted to, survive 24 rounds, because if you muck this up, you have to do a new round. So if you do muck this up, you have to restart on the next level, next round. So be cautious of that. If you do have a sniper rifle on you, use that to your advantage, as that will help you dramatically, because it's really difficult to see at times. So having that sniper rifle to actually have a quick zoom in on everything, to look at the colors and whatnot, that's how you're gonna work all this Easter egg out. And just to clarify, this the one I'm looking at, that will always be north, or indicating that will always be north, facing north. And then for the final step, all you're going to need to do is galvanized the posts. Again, once you've figured out your order, you're going to hit it north, east, south, west, and then voila, s'il vous plaît, your tower will now glow orange, and that will show that you've completed the Easter egg. And next thing you know, you have all 6 perks, so you can enjoy them and have the glowing tower on your mini-map and on your in-game. So, I'd now like to thank a few people for this, and we had, quite a lot. Well, we've been through quite a lot of this, actually. Anyways, the people that I had help me out with this Easter egg, we had Gondamine, Go Global, and Scopes. So I'd like to thank them ever so much for their commitment to this Easter egg. I'll put their PSN names in the description below, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.